Hey, Kate. I hope the lighting is okay. It seems kind of dark. I don't know why. Um, that's how it seems right now. I'm just like, why does it seem kind of dark? I don't know. I don't want to go get another light. So hopefully y'all can see me just well. How are you doing today, Kate? Can you hear and everything? Okay. I wanted to take a nap like all day today. But I didn't. I what did I do today? My tutoring appointment got canceled. So what did I do? I did some filming and editing and uploading. But there was something else I was doing that was taking a lot of my time this morning. I don't know. I think I was just binge watching stuff on Hulu for a while, is what it was, I believe. Um, and then I went to the gym. I didn't stay at the gym long. Like I got on the stationary bike and I did 2 miles and I left. I don't even think I was there like a full 30 minutes, but I got in 2 miles. And so my brother was like, "That's it? You just got here." I was like, "But I did 2 miles because I can actually get my mileage in. Um, I get my mileage in better on the stationary bike than I do on the treadmill. So on the treadmill, because I refuse to run on the treadmill, I absolutely refuse to run on it. And so I'm just walking at as fast of a pace as my back and my hips can stand. And so I just can go faster on the bike. Bike, I'm sitting down. It's some support for the back, and my legs are long, and so I'll just be going. And my mom was like, "Why are you going so fast?" I was like, the bike is easy for me. Like, makes me think that I should get out and actually ride my bicycle more than what I do. Um, it just seems like every time I want to go take my bike and ride, the allergens just get me. I don't know. It's like every time it happens, and it's crazy. Um, so I don't know, but I do it. I do it every now and then. But you haven't ridden your bike in a while when you constantly have to inflate the tires when you get on there. So yeah. So I was realizing last week that I was constantly looking to the right at the chat. So I appear like I'm not looking straight forward. So I'm going to try to focus on looking at the camera itself. I don't know. I'm going to try. I don't know. Um, so have you been making more dashboards and stuff, Kate?
Oh, I don't know if they haven't gotten the notification or what. But I did post it in my stories today. So hopefully they will come on. Um, I don't know if there's some other live going on or something, sometimes that happens. And I know that yeah, I don't think I posted it on my regular post, but I did put it in my stories. I haven't gotten the notification, but I knew you got on at 5 p.m. my time. Yeah. Um, you know, some people get notifications like really, really quickly. And the way I have my email notifications set up on my computer and on my phone is so that it doesn't ding every time an email comes through, or else I would just have my phone would just be going off all day. Um, so I think I have it goes off like every 15 minutes, something to that effect. Every now and then with this new phone that I have, it'll show me um, something that came through just at that moment, an email that came through at that moment. But it's very rare. So I don't get notifications right away, especially if I'm not like actually on my phone, really, if I'm not on my tablet, because my tablet will send me notifications like at the bottom about email. Um, so I've a lives or I get on late for that reason because it doesn't come through like right away. Yeah. But I don't know where everybody is today. So um I have called you out on the challenge, right? I think I did. Was that today? Yesterday? Yesterday? I don't know. Like I'm already getting lost. So I'm trying to like I made a little page in my notes. I can keep track of who I'm shouting out and who I'm challenging and who I'm subscribing to. That's what I've been trying to do. So that seems to be helping out pretty well. Um, have you seen growth in your channel since the challenge started? Yeah, the list is really, and I know Sherry was saying something to the effect of like keeping track of like how many subscribers somebody had when you subscribe, but I deal with numbers so much. I just decided just to put the date that I subscribed to somebody and keep it at that. Hey Roz, how you doing? But yeah, that's how I decided to do it because I'm like, that's a lot of tracking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that a lot of people didn't get their notification. Yeah. Maybe I'll put something on Instagram and let people know that I'm live right now. Let's see. Let me pull up my phone. I know earlier I was trying to post from my tablet and I could not find my little logo for my Tuesday talks and it was getting on my nerves. It was like, and so I just gave up on it. Okay, let me put this post up real quick on Tuesday Talks. Talk series. Yep. So Raz, have you noticed any change in your subscriber count? Hello to whoever else is on. Thank you for joining. We're going to get started on our topic in just a second. YouTube series, lifestyle blogger, places not to buy. All right. Yeah, so I have noticed some growth. Yes, I would say about 1 to 2 new subscribers daily is what I've been noticing. So I'm just grateful for all the new subscribers. You know, everyone helps, that's for sure. Let me go back to where I'm supposed to be over here. On my phone, too, cooking. Yep, on Instagram, I get about 4 or 5, and on YouTube, about 3 or 4. Yes. Now, I take the Instagram followers very lightly. I vet them like I'm the FBI because on Instagram, I noticed early on there's this follow me. I'm going to follow you, so you follow me, and then I unfollow you kind of thing going on there. But I always check out people's profiles, and I'm like, okay, if you've got like 40,000 subscribers, you're not subscribing to me more than likely because you really want to be subscribing to me. So those people I'm a little leery of. Hey, K Renee. Okay. So yeah, I think it's been about the same for Instagram and YouTube. So for Instagram, I would say it's been about 2 to 3. And I would say valid planner people, because all those other folks that do that whole little Instagram game, I don't count them. And then on YouTube, it's been about 1 to 2 per day. So yeah. I'm just thinking a lot of people, what did I just do? I just enlarged the screen. Okay, there we go. I think a lot of people maybe just haven't gotten their notification yet, but hopefully they'll come in. So I thought I wanted to do something different. So first of all, yes, I have been noticing that was for me to go. Yeah, I feel bad because I've been tagged, so busy working 2 jobs, I just want to sleep. I feel you. But I'm going to tag before I go to bed. If following others is lower than followers, I look at their pics. Hi, Grown Woman Plans. Yeah, Kate, I'm telling you, I am like checking people out like I'm the FBI on Instagram, because I'm like today it was like some blogger that has like 40,000 plus followers. And I'm like, yes, I'm a blogger. And I haven't really even been blogging. So you're probably not really following me on Instagram because you really want to. You probably really want to follow me back. And I'm just kind of leery of that. So, but yeah. So if you don't know about the challenge, it is the 52-day challenge put together by Sherry over at Black Dog Designs here on YouTube. And I think the challenge was a great challenge that she came up with to really just embrace each other and help each other out. Oh, thanks, Kay Renee. Yes, like the video. Kate is cooking over there. I'm not cooking on Tuesdays anymore, Kate. It's crazy. Like, I'm always so busy. And the funny thing, I wasn't really busy today. Like, but yeah, I'm still not cooking. I was mad because I had on my meal plan to eat my other veggie burger yesterday. And when I took it out to cook it, it just didn't smell right to me. But I couldn't remember how it smelled the first time. And I'm one of those people, I just rather not take the risk. So I had to toss it. So I was supposed to have burger and fries. And I was so mad because I finally remembered to get the fries. And so I didn't get to eat my burger. I just ate the fries. And what did I eat? Like some brisket that my dad had given me on Sunday. I checked out Gorgeous because of your video and stuff. Oh, awesome. Thanks. Gotta check out the others. I like the Spirit Away. Yes, I really love this challenge. I think it's awesome. And I'm one of those people from the beginning, you know, a lot of the planners that I started watching were, of course, seasoned planners, because when you start looking up stuff on YouTube, that's mainly who you're gonna that's mainly what's gonna pull up. But I have over the months been enjoying finding new planners and, you know, newbies. Oh, it was the Beyond Burger, but it said I still had like the date on it had April the 19th, but my brother said it's probably because I didn't really seal it up well when I put it back in the fridge. And I don't know. Maybe the grapes that were next to it made it go bad because those grapes went bad really, really quickly. Like really, really quickly. I had to completely throw my grapes away. Yeah, yes, there are. And what I'm loving about the newbies is that this is just in my opinion. The newbies seem to be more real and more genuine. I'm just going to put it like that. I don't know. That's how it just appears to me. I feel like they're new in this game. Their heads haven't gotten too big, and they're just more down to earth people. And I really like that. And they're willing to be more supportive and things like that. Are they supposed to be frozen? I've tried them, but they are too red like Rummy. I don't know if you're supposed to freeze them. So the next time, I think I'm either going to freeze it or I'm going to seal it up really well. I did have a problem with that whole red thing too, Raz, but the way I got over it was I said, well, this isn't real meat. Because if it was real meat, there is no way I would have eaten that red. Like, no way at all. But because it was plant-based, I was okay with it having that coloring. That's the only reason. Any real beef burger, I'm very reluctant to go anything other than well done. And sometimes I'll just do like medium well because people do well done a little bit too well done sometimes. But yeah, so that's usually how I do it. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying this challenge. I'm really enjoying coming across new people. I'm still behind on watching videos. So I was going through my watch later list today, and y'all, I still had stuff from March in there. And I was just like, you know what, just delete. You're so behind on some of this stuff. Forgive me if I didn't get to all of the videos, but I'm like, we're already in the middle of April and you still had stuff on your list from March. So I just kind of started deleting some stuff out of my list so that I can just get caught up on watching and commenting on people's stuff. But I thought we would do something a little different today. So as you can see, the title of this live, it's called All in a Name. So I thought I would ask you guys 10 questions that have to do with names. I just thought we would just kind of change the atmosphere, lighten it up, and just do something a little different and fun. Because I know we usually have some kind of serious conversations, or then we get into talking about food almost all the time because I love having conversations about food. But that's just how Tuesday Talks are. And that's because you guys are so real that we're able to just have all these natural, spontaneous conversations. So I enjoy it. So if after we go through these questions, we end up with some more spontaneous conversation, I am all for that. So yeah, I was just thinking, I don't know what got me thinking about it today. I was like, I think I saw something online about names. I think that's what it was. And I was like, interesting. So anyway, so question number one, it's gonna be 10 questions. Question number one, do you like your birth name, your given birth name? Do you like it? So my birth name is Tamika. Now, as I was growing up, I did not like my name. I did not like it for several reasons. One, people were always mispronouncing it. Two, people were always misspelling it. And three, almost every other Tamika that I knew, I didn't like her. So I grew up really not caring for my name. And I just felt like it was complicated. At that time, I felt like it was a complicated name. And so I didn't I didn't really care for it that much. But hey, that was the name that my mother gave me, and that was the name that I had to go by. And so there you have it, right? But what about you guys? Do you actually like your given birth name? Yes, although growing up, they never had my name in stores on keychains and stuff. See, that's another thing with my name as well. You don't, I have to create my own stuff. Yeah, I'm never going to find my name on things. And it was just kind of horrible because my brothers have, I consider, simple names. And I don't know what happened when my mother named me, but they have simple names. And so they can find their names on stuff, you know, but me, not so much. Right? Me, I love my name, but it is complicated to pronounce. So as an adult, I could say, my name is Mia. Ah, okay. Childhood to early 20s, I went by Ras. Cool. I like both. I like the Mia and the Ras. I like both. That's cool. Grown woman plans. Do you mind sharing your names? Oh, it's Keisha. Okay. Yes, Keisha can definitely be butchered. Definitely. I know a lot of Keishas, grew up with a lot of Keishas. Yeah. And a lot of people want to call me Tamika, or they want to spell it with an I instead of an E. My internet is acting a fool right now, so I may be coming in and out of the chat. Okay, no problem, Karen A. You must have Spectrum like me because my Spectrum just has been acting up quite a bit today. Alrighty, so that, Kate, did you answer, Kate? You like your name, Kate? Yes, you're so right. We're more humble. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Karen A. So, Kate, did you enjoy your name growing up? I can't remember if you answered. Are they? Yes, you say yes. I like it. Awesome. All right. So, question 2: were you named after anyone or named for any special reason? Oh, so your birth name is Catherine. Okay, cool. Yeah, so were you named after anyone or named for any special reason? So I recently found out, like within the last 6 months, that I was named after a classmate. Crazy, right? Crazy. So my mom was telling me that she had saw the name Mika in the newspaper for baby announcements. And so she thought it was a cute name. And so she decided she was going to name me Tamika. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. When did you see this name? Was it in the same year that I was born? She was like, yeah, a few months before you were born. And I was like, how is it spelled? And she goes, oh, it was spelled different from yours. It was Mecca. And I was like, what's and I asked her the last name, and she was like, yes, that was the name of the baby. Turns out it was a girl that I went to school with. So inadvertently, I was named after one of my classmates, and I just found that out like within the last 6 months. So the girl's name is actually Mecca, but my mom thought it was Mika, and she thought that was cute, and so named me Tamika. So, no, you weren't named after anyone, Keisha. Okay. We were raised as Muslims, so my name is Islamic. It means picturesque and ceremonial. Awesome. Yes, my mom's middle name is Catherine. Her first name is her mom's middle name. My middle name is my grandma's first name. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's how I was named. And I still haven't told my classmate that. I'm going to have to tell her that story one day, that I was actually named after her. Yes. Let's see. Now, my brothers were actually named after like celebrities. So my older brother, his name is Rodney, and he was born in 69. So at the time, there was apparently some famous burger commercial with the little boy eating the burgers, and his name was Rodney Allen Ripley or something like that. No, not Rodney King. Hey, Nylee. No, not Rodney King. Oh, you're Kenyatta. Oh, I've heard that name before. Yes. Yeah, so he was named after some kid named Rodney. I want to say it was Rodney Allen Rippey, something like that. So my mom thought the kid was so cute on the commercials, and so that's how he got his name. Famous commercial back then. And then my younger brother, his name is Chris, but it's spelled Kris because of the actor Chris Christopherson. And my mom liked that his name was spelled with a K, and so she named my brother with his name as with a K. But a lot of people always think he's a girl because most girls spell it with a K. Everyone always calls me Kenyatta, but yeah. So yeah, I've heard both Kenyatta and Kenyatta, but you have the E, so they should know it's Kenyatta. Come on, people. Come on, people. Yeah. But yeah, so my brothers got named after celebrities and I got named after a classmate. All right. What's my next question? So question 3. Is there a meaning to your name? So Razmia has already told us that her name means picturesque and ceremonial. I don't know what Tamika means. I'm sure I've looked it up once upon a time. I don't know. I don't have a clue what it means. Let's see. I don't know. My name up until August 30th, 2017 was Evelyn. I was named after my grandma on my birth mother's side in early 2017. My birth mother's family and I had a falling out, and I made the decision to change it. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So Keisha, no particular meaning to your name. We knew a girl named Mecca during our time as Muslims when we were younger. Yeah, I actually went to school with a Mecca. I think she's the only Mecca that I know, actually. And we graduated high school and everything together. Sure did. I just looked it up. It says Tamika, the way mine is spelled, Tamek, is an Arabic name for girls. The meaning is night, comma, twin. I don't know. It would be something dark. Night twin. Okay, maybe that explains why I'm up all night. I don't know. All right, but yeah. Otherwise, I've never really. My mom, as far as my parents, my name didn't really have any meaning. But yeah. So, now question 4. If you could have another name, what would it be? And I always grew up not really caring for my name, but there wasn't really another name that I really cared for. I think I liked Alexis a little bit. I think once upon a time I liked that name, Alexis. I know. Most people get names and then they have a nickname for them. Like, only person really calls me Mika is like my godson. And when he calls me by my full name, I almost feel like he has disrespected me because I'm not used to him calling me Tamika. He usually just calls me Mika. And so when he calls me Tamika, I'm like, oh, did you just call me Tamika? As if he just said a bad word or something. But yeah, so I've always thought it was cool how some people have a natural name that kind of naturally migrates to a nickname. But I don't know. The only other name that I ever thought about having was Deborah. And that was after reading about Deborah in the Bible. I think she was like one of the first female judges or something like that. So yeah. If I had to pick a biblical name, then that's one that I would pick. We knew a girl named. Okay. Anybody else would want to have a different name? Naive means gifted one. Awesome. I love Aaliyah and Kenya. Those names became very popular, Aaliyah and Kenya. Yes, and I've seen Aaliyah spelled all kind of ways, all kinds of ways. I used to tutor a little girl named Aaliyah. Question 4, not sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure on that one either, Keisha. Like I said, if I had to pick biblical, I would pick Deborah because of who she was. But even though I never cared for my name, I never really thought of anything else I would want it to be. I never thought about another name, but I like the name Akia. Thought I would name my future daughter that. That's pretty. That is a pretty name, which kind of leads into the next question. So, question 5, what is the best name you ever heard? I spell my daughter's name that way, Aaliyah. Oh, your daughter's an Aaliyah. Cool. I think that's probably one of the most common ways that I've seen it spelled, actually. Sometimes I've seen it with 2 A's. Naming my daughter Serenity. Serenity is a pretty name. I mean, I've seen and heard a lot of different names that I thought were pretty, but when I came up with this question list, for the sake of me, my mind went blank and I couldn't think of any of the ones that I've ever thought were really, really pretty names. I love the sound of French names, but I just love the sound of the French language. So, like names like Giselle and things like that. I just think they're just pretty. And the way they say Veronica in French, Veronique. Oh, I just think it's so pretty. But yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, I couldn't think, and I know I've heard of really nice names, but then as a teacher, I've heard a lot of crazy names too. So that has been quite interesting. I had a student named Aaliyah, but it was ALA. Okay. I would easily mistake that one for like Ali, just because of the way it's spelled. I would not sure about the best name, but I know of some unique names. Yes, exactly, Raz. We come across Taylor. You know, Taylor has always been a nice name. Taylor, I like that. Taylor Lauren. I have a cousin named Lauren. That's her dad's middle name, so they named her Lauren. Oh yes, I had one student named Indiasia. Interesting. Interesting. So that leads into question number 6. What is the worst name you have ever heard? And I've heard a lot of bad ones. Oh my gosh. You know how when you're typing up a Word document and if it doesn't recognize a word, it puts the little squiggly red line. So I remember one year I'm making this document with all my students' names, and almost every kid's name had the red little squiggly line because Word didn't recognize their names as common names. And I was just like, wow. Wow. Now, I'm not going to repeat some of the names of my former students that were horrible for the sake of them possibly watching this live. But I can tell you some names that I've heard over the years. My mother works at a daycare, and so she's come across some crazy names there also. They had I can't remember if they were twins or if they were just siblings. Oh, any name that's a disease. Oh, you've heard of people being named after a disease? Oh my God, that's horrible. And I know a lot of people, unfortunately, there was a craze for a while where people were naming all their children after liquor, which was just bad, bad, bad. Northwest is a bad one too. Yes, that's a bad one. And then I remember when Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan were like big in NBA and everyone was naming their child Dominique and Jordan. Yeah, Alizé and all that kind of stuff. I've heard of cochonnet, which is actually spelled as cocaine. Oh wow, that's just so bad. The one that kills me is the Apsody, and I'm sure you guys probably know what I'm talking about. And I'll just put it in that one right there. Why would you do that to a child? Why? Why would you do that to a child? Absolutely. I think that's probably one, and that is common here in San Antonio for some apparent reason. A lot of kids get named that here. The only variation I've seen to that is instead of an E, some people will put a Y at the end. It's just bad. It's just bad. Um, yeah. But my mom, they had some siblings. I'm just gonna say there were siblings because I can't remember if they were twins. And it was Arangelo and Lamangelo. And their names, that were their names. Orange Jello and Lemon Jello. You've heard those? Oh my God, that's bad. If that has come outside of my area, then that means too many people are using those crazy names for their kids. Orangelo and Lamangelo. You just don't do that to the children. And I don't think people think about the fact that kids are kind of stuck with these names unless they can afford to go get their name changed. River, yes. Remember the actor River Phoenix? He was actually one of my favorite actors too. But yeah, that was something else. And then there's another name that has become very, very popular. And I don't think it's a horrible name, but it is Nevaeh. Okay. So Nevaeh sounds very pretty, right? But the problem I have with that name, exactly, it's heaven spelled backwards. What is the opposite of heaven? I'm just saying. I would just kind of be reluctant to take heaven and turn it backwards and name my child. That's just my personal opinion on that one. But that name has become so popular, so popular these days. Yes. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. And I know a lot of people that that either have that name or have named their children Nevaeh. And I love the way it sounds. I think it's a beautiful name. Maybe just spell it a different way. I don't know. I sat and I thought about it one day, and the crazy thing is the day that I thought about it, I was about to post about it on Facebook, and then I remembered that one of my friends had just had a baby and named her that. So I can no longer have that discussion on Facebook because I don't want to offend her. You know what I mean? But yeah. But I've come across a lot of strange ones as a teacher. We had a student at the school last year. What was her name? Galaxy, I think it was. I think she was from South Africa. Her name was Galaxy, which I thought was interesting because I had never heard that one before. I wouldn't say it's such a bad name, but I thought it was a pretty interesting one. But yeah, we just need to be careful. Or giving kids names where they're so long, like they're like the last kid in kindergarten that has learned how to spell their name. I've seen that happen with kids too, where their name is just so complicated that it takes them forever to learn how to spell it. Or when people put in extra letters, like, why are you putting in all these extra letters and things like that? But I guess people just want to be creative. I have a G. Oh, yeah. In San Antonio, we have a large Hispanic community, and a lot of the the boys are named Jesus, which is spelled Jesus. So we get a lot of Jesuses. And I hate to say it, almost every Jesus I've had was just a bad kid. Almost everyone was a bad student. It's crazy. If you take into account other cultures, you can see a lot of unique. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I mean, just reading through the Bible alone, you see those names in Arabic and stuff like that, and they're interesting. But back in the biblical days, everybody pretty much named their child based on some kind of meaning. You know what I mean? Like there was meaning to those names. And that's what I like about, even though I can't pronounce most of the names in the Bible, I do like that there's usually some meaning behind it. All right, so question 7. If you could name yourself with a song, what would it be? So if you could name yourself with a song, what would it be? So y'all know I'm crazy. So the first song that came to my head when I wrote out the question was this new one on Mariah Carey's new album called Caution. And the title of the album is called Caution, and the title of the song is called Caution. So in the song, she sings "Proceed with Caution," and so I guess because I had just been listening to that song the other day, that's why that one popped in my head. But I was like, but really, that name would fit me, Caution. But if I really had to pick a song title for my name, it would be Christina Aguilera's song called "Here to Stay." Bad Mama Jamma. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I would use the word "here to stay" because the song itself has a lot of meaning to me. But since people are always trying to bring me down, take me out, I'm here to stay, honey. I'm here to stay. Stronger by Britney Spears, Fighter by Christina. Yes. Yes. Why didn't I think of Fighter? I'm a big Christina fan. But yeah, Here to Stay was the one that I thought of immediately too. Yep. I mean, I have a song title for everything and every situation in the world. I can pull up a song for every situation. So there were all kind of songs that came to my mind. Oh, look at Brass, Brick House. Yes. Yes, girl, Brick House. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all are something. Yes, yes, yes. Brick House. I love it. And Bad Mama Jamma. Yeah, there's so many that I could come up with, for a song title. Just tons and tons that I could come up with for that because it makes me that much stronger. Yes, don't get me started on Christina Naive. Girl, I love me some her. Candy by Cameo. Ooh, watch out, K. Renee. Watch out. My whole life is a songwriter. I love it. I love it, Naive. I've seen her in concert. She is awesome. If I had to pick one of her songs to represent my life, I would pick her song that's called actually Keep On Singing My Song. But yeah, I love me some Christina. Okay, Renee, you better watch out, girl. Watch out with that one. You better work. Okay. Yes, y'all went old school with those names. See, I'm gonna go listen to some old school music. Cause y'all know I love me some music. I got a song in my heart for everything, I'm telling you. All right, so if question number 8, if you had to name yourself with a movie title, what would it be? You like Fighter 2? Yes, yes, Kate. Yes, love me some Christina. So if you had to use a movie title, so I would use A Beautiful Mind if I had to use a movie title. I was going to say I want it that way, but no. This new stuff will have you with names like in your previous question. For real. I couldn't use like much of the new music out here for name. Like I said, the only thing like recent that came to my mind was the Mariah Carey Caution song. But The Last Dragon. Oh, Karen, girl, you taking me back. You taking me back. Oh, who's the master? Karen. Yes. The Last Dragon. I love that movie. Oh my God. You know that guy still looks good and he's like in his 60s and he still looks good. The Dark Knight Rises. Hey now. Yes. Yes. I like those. Yeah, I would use a beautiful mind because my mind is always on the go. You had a crush on him? I think we all had a crush on him. I think we did. We all did. And he still looks good after all these years. Oh my goodness. I I guess that's what happens when you stay fit. I watched a video here on YouTube where it was asking where are all the people from that movie at now, and most of them still look really good. But I know dancing is very good exercise, and no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of breaking. So all the guys and girls on there look really good, but then the guy from Last Dragon, he's like I think in his 60s now, 50s or 60s, and he still looks amazing. That whole scene where he's climbing from a depth of the prison. I Am Legend. Oh, okay. Yeah. Y'all got some good answers. Question 8, still thinking on that one, Keisha? I mean, we watch so many movies and things, and we could probably come up with a lot of different titles, and sometimes it would depend on the day, I think, what title we might come up with. All right, so the Will Smith movie, I'm Legend. Yeah. All right. Question 9, if you had to name yourself with a book title. So I'm a big Stephen King fan, so I had to choose a Stephen King book title. And it was hard because a lot of the titles are pretty dark. And I was like, no, I wouldn't name myself with that. But I had to use a Stephen King book title. So I would use the book title Dreamcatcher if I had to use one of his books, Dreamcatcher. The Giving Tree, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. And I thought about that book, Beloved, but that book was kind of dark. So then I quickly changed my mind and I was like, no, we're going to skip on that one. Joy by Victoria Christopher Murray. Okay, so that's a book I need to go read. Let me write it down. Joy. Because I've never heard of that one, so I might have to go check that out. Victoria Christopher Murray. All right. I'm gonna have to check into that. Is that fiction, nonfiction, biography? What kind of reading is that? Something by Beverly Jenkins, African-American romance, writer mainly historical. Okay, I've never heard of her either. Let me write her. Beverly Jenkins. Okay, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. The Secret. It's loosely Christian based. It's fiction. All of her stuff is bomb. Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna have to check her out, and this Beverly Jenkins as well. Cool. Victoria Chris. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So, question 10, final question. Don't Settle for Safe by Sarah J. Roberts. She does like romance novels. No, or I'm thinking somebody else. This is nonfiction. The Don't Settle for Safe. I think I'm thinking of another Roberts that is an author. Don't Settle for Safe by Christian. Okay. Oh, I know who she is. There's like a lot of videos with her going around on Facebook, I believe. I think so. I think I know who you're talking about. She is Bishop Jake's daughter. Whoa. I see videos of her all the time, and it never clicked to me that that's who she was. Never. Like, never. She has a YouTube channel. Okay. Awesome. I didn't even know that, y'all. I'm so out of the loop. Okay. All right. So 10th and final question is, if you had to name yourself with a television show, what would it be? So what television show would you use? So I watch this show. I think it relates to me, the name. I like to think of myself as a star, not like a famous celebrity or anything in that nature, but just a star in the things that I do in everyday life. You know what I mean? Family Matters. Oh, that's a good one, Renee. So let me tell y'all the other one that I thought of, but I was just kind of joking, was Revenge. I don't know if y'all remember that show, Revenge. Man, I love that show where she get her black hoodie on and her red Sharpie out and start annihilating people. On a bad day, I might use that one. Living Single or Girlfriends. Hello, Living Single. Yes. She is a pastor at a church in the LA area. Okay, I'm gonna have to check out her YouTube. Like I said, I see people post videos of her on Facebook all the time. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charmed, the original one. Big Bang Theory. Oh, yes. Yes, I like that. Yeah, I binge watched Living Single when they put it on Hulu Plus. And I saw all the episodes when it used to be on TV, but I like for days just, and then I was sad when it was over. Stargate. Yes. Yeah, Living Single. I love that show. I wish it had stayed on because I love what was her name? The crazy one. The lawyer. Ooh, why can't I think of her name? What was her name? The one that was the lawyer. Because my ex-boyfriend used to tell me I reminded him of her all the time. Oh God. Maxine? Was it no? Was it Maxine? It was Maxine, right? I think so. Sanctuary with Amanda freaking tapping. Maxine? Yeah, I think it was Maxine. Yeah, my ex told me I always reminded him of her. Yes, her. And she still looks good for her age too. Yeah. Yeah, Living Single. Isn't that what you said? Yeah, Living Single. Amanda tapping, sorry. You're a sci-fi geek. Nali, do you watch what is that show? 100? I tried to get into the show 100 for one reason only, because Isaiah Washington is on that show, and I think he is something sexy, okay? And I love when he was on Grey's Anatomy, and then when they took him off because he made whatever comment that they didn't agree with, they took him off, and I literally stopped watching Grey's Anatomy after that because I only really watched it for him. But I tried to get into that show 100 because he's on there, but I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't even get past the first few episodes of it. Yes, he is. Even though he's getting older and he's got the little gray thing. Yes, that is one good looking man. That is one good looking man. Yes, I was done with Grey's Anatomy when they got rid of him. How dare they? How dare they take away my doctor? Goodness. I remember there was a movie with him and Clint Eastwood where he was in prison and Clint Eastwood was trying to help him get acquitted or whatever because he was like wrongfully accused of something. I can't tell you how many times I watched that movie just because Isaiah Washington was in the movie. Ooh, he is some hot stuff. He is some hot stuff. Yes, he is. Um, Miley, you had asked me what was question one. Question one was, do you like your birth name that you were given? And I'm assuming you liked it up until there was a conflict, maybe? Yes. Boris is who I could watch. Oh, Boris Kojo? I like me a chocolate man. Where is he these days? Does he still act? I don't think I've seen him in anything in a long, long time. Y'all have a good night. I have to go. Enjoy time. All right, K Renee. Nice chatting with you. You have a good one. But yeah, so speaking of movies, yeah, question one was, did you like your birth name that you were given? So I was asking, did you like it prior to the conflict or whatever? He was on the Grey's Anatomy spinoff? Really? Wow. And I probably didn't watch it because Isaiah wasn't on it. So. No, you didn't like it? Yeah, I was saying how I didn't really care for mine because people didn't pronounce it right, people didn't spell it right, and almost every other Tamika that I came in contact with, I didn't like. I think there was only maybe like 2 Tamikas in school that I cared for, and then as I met some other Tamikas as I got older, and I could tolerate some of them. But yeah. You got teased because your name was Evelyn? Really? Why would people tease you behind that? That's crazy. Hey, Karen. How are you? Can you add 2 more questions? Yes, definitely. No problem. I don't think a lot of people got notifications today, but we were kind of doing something a little different. Karen, I came up with 10 questions all about names, and so we've been going back and forth answering the questions. So what questions would you like to add? Because I would love to answer some more. They would call you Eveline. Oh, was it because of the movie The Wiz? That's because they couldn't come up with anything better to say. Name some male names that sound old. Male names that sound old. Chester. That's one of my grandparents' names. Chester. That just sounds old. Edward. You think Edward sounds old? Roscoe definitely sounds old. Yes. And George. William. That's my dad's name. You don't see a lot of people naming their kids William these days. What else? Yeah, William and Willie. He's 500 years old. That's too funny. Marvin. Marvin sounds old. Yeah, Marvin sounds old. Let me think. What else? Clifford. Clifford sounds old. Yes, Henry does as well. Yes. I hope my mom's not watching this live. She's gonna be like, "Why are you saying your daddy's name sound old?" Yeah, my daddy's a William, and that William is just an old name. Clifford sounds old. What else? Liam. 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 That sounds old. My son is Ethan John, named after my first letter of my old name and my grandpa who served. Okay. Ethan is a popular name. Liam sounds old to me. It does. But Ethan is very popular. I've come across a lot of students named Ethan. Yeah, Liam just sounds old to me. Roger. Roger. Do people even name their children Roger anymore? Travis. Yeah, I like Ethan with an A. Robert, you think Robert sounds old? Robert is still kind of a popular name. Richard? Richard does kind of sound old. That's a good question. All right. Robert is old. You think Robert's old? Okay, question 12. What names are classic? Elizabeth is a classic name. A lot of people are named Elizabeth. Sarah, yes. Michael is a classic name. Jennifer, Jessica. What else? Christopher. Now, Olivia sounds old. Olivia has always sounded old to me. That name just sounds old. Nicole, yes, that's classic too. Yes. Ashley. Yeah, Olivia sounds old. Ashley is another classic. Allison. Michelle, yeah. Christine. Yeah, both all spellings of Christine. Yeah. But I've come across a lot of Elizabeths in my lifetime. A lot. Brittany. Oh, yeah. That sounds old. Josette sounds old. My not so little cousin is Elizabeth. Lots of Elizabeths. Yes, Karen is a classic name as well. And my mom's name, Carolyn. That's pretty classic. But I don't think people give their child that name that much anymore, Carolyn. One thing I noticed here in San Antonio, and I don't know if it's common with other Hispanic people in other areas, but a lot of the Hispanic people here will give their daughters a lot of those classic names. Those classic names, ones that we might think, kind of relate more to older women. A lot of Hispanic little girls have those classic names here. Like Claudia and names like that. John is old. But John's an old name. I've never met a Joe Ellen. I don't know if I've ever met one in person, but I've heard of the name. Roberta. Have any of you ever felt like your name sounded old? Or I just used to think mine sounded really ghetto because at the time there weren't a lot of people naming their kids like that. But as I started getting older and started teaching and I started seeing other names, I was like, oh, I love Tamika. Tamika is great compared to some of these names I'm seeing. My birth brother's name was Joellen, and we have a Joel in our church. Okay. Evelyn is old, Naive isn't. It doesn't seem like a baby could be named Roberta. You used to think your name was unique? Yeah, I have a cousin named Karen. Yeah, I have a cousin named Karen. A lot of my older cousins have more classic names. But when you get around, well, actually, when I just thought about this, most of my female cousins have classic names. Why did my mother, what happened with my mom? Like, my cousins have classic names. Terry, Lauren, Ashley, April, Stephanie. They have classic names, most of them. So how did my mother get it wrong? Yeah, I don't think people are naming their daughters Tamika anymore. They're coming up with all kind of other stuff now. I have a cousin named Jutata. Did I say that right? Jutata? Yeah, there's a lot of people named their children April. April, May, and June. You know, those were very popular names once. Jutata. 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 Yes, that's correct. Do you know what that name means, Jutata? And the crazy thing is, although a lot of people know my younger brother and they've known him for years, they still want to spell his name Chris when we've told them several times it's Kris. You don't have any idea? Yeah, that's interesting. I've never heard that one before. Ever, 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 Jutapa. Interesting. Wow. Well, you guys, I really actually enjoyed doing this today. I'll have to come up with some other similar list of questions for future Tuesday talks. This was fun. And I want to thank you, Keisha, for joining us. I think this might have been your second time coming on. Sure. I mean, I was telling Karen, because I was talking to Karen yesterday, that you guys are so awesome and laid back when I'm on here that I could talk to you guys all night long. But I know everybody's not a night owl like me, so I can't be keeping up forever. And last week I was on here, y'all, 2 hours. Did y'all realize that? We were on here for 2 hours last week. That's crazy. But yeah, I think it's because, and I think I've said this before, I don't interact with females often. Had a lot of issues with females personally over the years. But you guys are so down to earth that I can, like, you're my new girlfriends. Because I really don't have girlfriends. Like, I really don't. Like, my best friend, he's a male, and I hang out with a few ladies from church. They're older ladies. They're older than me, but I don't really hang around with women that much. Yeah. I don't know if it's the women in this area, but they shady. They're shadier than a whole arboretum. Arboretum, or whatever they call it. Arboretum. Yes. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on every week and just chatting with me. There are some topics that I want to bring up soon, and I'm going to try to bring them up in the best way possible, because I try not to bring up anything that's going to be too offensive, although I'm down for a good discussion at any time. But but I try not to bring up anything that's going to be offensive to anyone. That way we can just have some nice conversations. But I thank y'all for joining me. Don't forget about the challenge, the 52-day challenge. So shout out someone, share their YouTube, recommend their YouTube. And now that I've subscribed to some people, I need to actually go and watch some videos because that's one thing I'm still behind on. But I will catch you guys in the next one. You guys know what to do. Be sure to slay, subscribe, like, and accept the alerts. And I'll see you next time because I still need to go to the grocery store because I don't know what I'm eating for dinner. I didn't go buy my frozen dinners that I was supposed to have tonight. So gotta go. Hey, y'all, check out my channel. I'm trying to get, yes. Check out Nyleave as well. And I'm going to be shouting you out this week as well, Nyleave. Yes, I will be. Just to give you an idea of what YouTube is doing, I literally just had to approve that comment that Nyleave just put. I had to approve it. Like it gave me the hide or show option. So I guess they're trying to cut down on people just like just trying to get subscribers for the sake of getting subscribers. But that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to help build each other's channels up. We're just not trying to be just spamming folks. Yeah, I'm looking to start making videos, so stay tuned. Awesome. Let me tell you though, Keisha, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Just so you know. Yeah, trolls and spammers have ruined it for people. But it's a lot of work. And if you're going to start doing videos, I highly suggest doing a social media planner just to kind of pace yourself and things like that. So a couple of weeks ago, I was so busy filming, editing, and uploading that I almost didn't even write anything down in almost any section of my freaking transformed planner. And I was just like, oh my God, I was so busy filming that I didn't even write down my plans. So just pace yourself and don't overwhelm yourself and don't beat yourself up. And we're here to support you whenever you get started. Just know that. Just know that we're here to support. I'm looking to get another mini planner if someone would like to send me one. You know what, Nyleave? Check Joann's, because if there's anything I've seen at Joann's, I've seen a lot of mini planners, old ones. And if you don't necessarily care about changing the dates, I think that's the best way to do. Find one on clearance or even try Tuesday morning and see if you could possibly find one there so you don't have to spend a lot of money on one. Oh, thank you, Karen. Y'all are too awesome. You're OC. Nyleave. All right, but I'm going to get off of here because I need to eat. I'm hungry. You know, I worked out and I didn't even work out a whole lot. I just did 2 miles on the bike. But anytime I work out, I'm ravished when I come from the gym. I'm just like, give me all the food. So yeah, I need to go eat. But I will see you guys next week and maybe see you on the Instagram. Y'all have a beautiful night and enjoy the rest of your week. And I pray that the devil stays at bay for all of you this week because he be trying us, right? He be trying us. So y'all have a good one. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.